You're listening to The Kelly Slusher Show with your host, Kelly Slusher. Hello, everybody. Woohoo! Thanks for joining me again for my podcast. This is episode 89. I'm so excited about that. But, it's only 11 more until I have 100 episodes. And if I did an actual weekly podcast like I was doing, it would go a lot quicker. But it is what it is. I'm so busy it's more chaos, I would say, but I'm not, it's kind of weird. If you want to know my history and you're new to this podcast and you're just popping in, please listen to the archives, because I have so many. I have 88 archives, and it kind of goes throughout my life, of course, because it's personal journal stories, and I do sometimes crack a couple jokes, write jokes, but everything's fuzzy right now because I think I overdid it. I got to figure out how not to overdo it as far as just pushing myself. But so I'm working towards getting some permits for my micro bakery. Oh, it's so fun. I just love working with the county. No, everyone's been really nice, but it's just, they make you jump through these hoops and it just takes time. And so now I'm on the second part of it. Now I got to, and then, it's kind of silly because I'm just been so busy just, working that I need time to sit down and actually, now I have a huge thing I have to fill out. Boring. Won't bore you with that, but I need to do that as well today. But I really wanted to get a podcast done. I can't skip 2 weeks. That cannot happen. But anyway, not that exciting, but I do have things. So I'm in a band, and last weekend we got together and we had a band naming session, in which I very much pushed for, and we all wanted it, but I was like, you guys, we have to do this, because we now are on our 5th song, and I'm really digging what we're doing. I'm very, very into it. I'm really into this. Surprising. I wasn't expecting to join a band and be in a band, but it just kind of happened. And I kind of went with the flow. And, I've been playing music for years and years. I've been a solo artist for years and years. Did have some bands I was in. They all fell apart and they were just like drama and stuff. So I kind of was like, I don't want to go through that again. This is different for sure. We're all mature adults. Because it's like a married couple. So they have a kid. And then there's the bass player. He's married and they've had kids, like they're older. And anyway, it's a mature thing. And they like to crack jokes. And of course, got to be jokey. Can't be serious. You got to, seriously, unseriously, right? Funny, taking your life serious, but in a lighthearted way. So that's always fun. And we finally came up with a band name. We all put ideas in a bag, and I was like, oh, it has to be a top hat. So they found a top hat. And then names were being pulled out, and then, we could not agree on it, though. And so the only name that we could agree on was Shimmerstones. So we are Shimmerstones, because the music is shimmery. It has shimmer aspects to it. Like, I wanted a name that really represented it, and it does. But it's hard to explain it because it's like shoegazer music, along with, it has some built to spill qualities. It has some Cocteau Twins qualities. It has some, so many, and even like early indie stuff. And that's my influence for sure, because I play like notey little cool little leads to their like lush, crazy cool sounds. Like, yeah, I've just met my music match in my small town, and there's no bands that are playing this style here. And I've always kind of was a little homesick in a way to have to really hear the sounds. I love Sonic Youth. It has Sonic Youth qualities too. Anyway, it's in that world. Anyway, so having a band name is awesome, and it kind of really defines it. It's not just us jamming and kind of thinking about this is going to be we knew it was a band, but I think we all probably knew it was something probably the first time we played, like, oh yeah, this is working. We all have we come from the same musical tastes, I would say, what we like. Anyway, so that's exciting. I am going to be hosting another open mic, and it's coming up so soon, and they take a lot of energy for me to do. Even the thought of doing it, I'm like, ugh. Like, I love doing them. They're very wanted. I walked into the place where I was working, the bakery that I was working at as a pastry chef, that I quit because I wanted my life back and my energy back and my brain back because it was so hard. 4 a.m. Waking up at 4 a.m., I'd work at 5, but I always had to give myself like a half an hour to just wake up. That was just, I had to have that. It really made a big difference. And then a half an hour to get ready. So, and I was like 5 minutes away, so I would take like literally 5 minutes before 5 minutes, park, running in. But anyway, so I walked in there the other day, and one of the guys behind the counter, which I don't know very well, he's like, you're a celebrity here. And he just kind of said that really quick. And I was like, I'm a celebrity. Because they still give me my employee discount. Maybe he heard me tell my friend, I'm like, oh, they gave me an employee discount. And he was like, okay, so I'm a celebrity. I'm like, what does that mean? So I started thinking about it. I'm like, oh, it's definitely the open mics. Yeah, it's fun. I just like hold the space for people to be like seen and heard, and it's fun. You don't really get that kind of thing. And the whole audience is just like, so like applauses, everyone gets like a nice everyone gets like that it's going to be 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm going to tell everyone 5 minutes, because last time it went over an hour and I was letting people walk all over me. And I told the story about there was this band. The band showed up and my guitar player played briefly. Jake briefly played with them, but that didn't work because I can see their styles are so different. But so he knew them, and but they totally just like the guy. Like I told the story already, but the guy was like, "Hey, I play a really small kit, and I'm like so busy, and I'm like, oh, there's so much going on, and I'm like talking to all these people are like wanting to play, and people wanted to come up and like, oh, real quick, can I just acapella? Oh, real quick, can I do poetry?" I'm like, okay. So it just extended it. And then this guy's like, "Hey, I play a really small kit. Like, it's just going to be 3 of us. It's going to be really quiet until I strip down." And in my head, I thought small kit. I literally, in my head, saw this. He's like a dude, like a big man, not huge, but like, what? He's not going to play a tiny little baby kit. Like, they make child-sized kits. And I was like, oh, I don't see a problem with that, And then it wasn't that. It was actually just a hi-hat and a snare stripped down, and the guy was playing it really loud, and I was like, I'm gonna lose my mind. I have to show up with a backbone, okay? So lesson learned. They can all have fun, and they can, do their thing, but like, I'm just not gonna get walked all over this time. You're not gonna fool me. Fool me once, fool me twice. We'll see how that goes. Because at the same time, I love when people are enthusiastic about stuff. And I'm like, well, they're excited. But anyway, I bring the fun. I love to host. I have this podcast, so it's super fun. So it's interesting because I met this band because I did open mic. I met people that I would have never met before. Like, maybe meet them, but not know that they were, because they were mutual friends, but never really talked to them. And so out of that, for me, came this band, a really fun band. Really cool band. Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, so I took a second job. I have 4 jobs now. 4 little odd jobs. And none of them are easy. But so my friend owns this little crystal rock shop in the downtown area. And she's like, "Hey, I need some help. Do you want to pick up a shift?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I think I'm only going to do one night, 1 week, one shift a week, but it's still like, it was exhausting. I didn't think it'd be so busy. It was busy. I worked last night and it was busy. It was only until like 8, but it was still like, I brought my computer thinking, oh, it's going to be slow and I'm going to be able to like catch up on some of the paperwork. And no, it was busy. And it's kind of interesting to work. I've worked for her before because I've done retail and I know a lot about rocks and minerals. I love rocks. I like shimmer stones, I love rocks. I wear them. I have a big moss agate ring like you guys care, a sapphire, purple sapphire. And then I wear like garnet for business, like if women wear garnet, and it's great for business. I don't know. I don't know. I got into rocks. Actually, my grandpa owned a rock shop, so it's just in my blood. It's in my genes. It's in my blood. In Arizona. Anyway, Grandpa Slusher. I was talking to someone the other day, and I started talking. I was just talking. She's like, your accent. And I was like, oh, my accent. Sometimes it just like comes out. I think especially if I'm like loopy and tired, then I start talking. It starts to come out. And I probably have a southern twang more than I realize. Anyway. But yeah, it's a lot. And so now I'm like, moo, and I woke up, my shoulder, I just slept funky. So then my shoulder's all like, ugh, and I can't turn my head. And I'm like, ugh, I'm doing my podcast. Ugh. I'm doing this. I'm very strong-willed, very determined person. I just go for it. Anyway, which means that, this next thing is it's just unfolding, and sometimes it's hard. Like when you're in the middle of making something happen, it's really hard to see sometimes the end result when you're in it. Like I'm so in it right now. So I just saw on the internets, there's this sensation. It's called the dot cake sensation. You may have seen it, but it started in New York, and all it is just like a cake in a cup with like those those sprinkles. The sprinkles, it's like massively like covered. It's paved in those sprinkle dots, which I don't like sprinkle dots. I'm not a big dot fan. But boy, now I've got this, like the gears are turning in my head. Like I was seeing that there was these people, this is New York. I don't live anywhere near a population, but just the idea that it's this popular, there was like a line. People were waiting for 3 hours for just a little cup, like a dot cake. And it's so silly because you can make it yourself really easily. So I don't know. I was like, oh, hey, make some dot cakes. I mean, it's not my thing, but boy, if people are buying those, I mean, anyone that has any sense of like wanting to, be profitable, you're going to think about what's trendy. In that way, I don't want to go too much like that because I'll really want to stay original, but I'm like, dot cake. Then I was like, what if I did that and put it on Marketplace, and just because I don't have like a venue quite yet that's why I'm excited about the events and doing stuff like that, to have like a place to sell stuff. Anyway, dot cake. Who wants a dot cake? Just tons of sprinkles. Yeah, super duper easy, but $10 for a little cup. Here's your dot cake. Okay, yeah. Pick it up. Get your dot cakes. I should just stand in the corner. Dot cakes. When I get my license, I can do that. I can literally set up anywhere, as long as it's not like I could just do like a pop-up, because I'd be licensed to do that. I believe. Yeah, you can. I should get like a cool little push cart. Walk around. Dot cakes. Get your dot cakes. Well, there's like all these events and stuff that I think I could do. Making money, doing what I love. Okay. Anyway, there's this, it's so crazy. So one of the reasons why I could not leave the bakery job, which was so hard, it was only 24 hours a week, but it was like 8-hour shifts, and I never got a break because there was no time for a break. And it was like boom, 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 rush. So hard. Like nothing what I'm doing now. I don't know if I'll ever have a job that hard. Probably the hardest thing I've ever done consistently. Anyway, I wanted the experience, but I kind of got a little sucked in because there was no pastry chefs in the area that were reliable and good. And they, this was the ongoing problem. And for the level of what they do, because they just do everything, from, I didn't do the breads and the croissants, but as far as a pastry chef, it's way beyond most pastry chef jobs, because normally you don't make pies, cakes, and tarts, and then all the other little things that you muffins and everything. Like, you'd make everything, which was great because I got all that experience, all the wisdom. Anyway, but I couldn't get out because there was no one to replace me, and I cared about my coworkers. I'm like, don't want to screw my coworkers over. So finally, when I turned in my notice, I gave her 2 months. It was a 2-month notice. And she finally hires this guy, and he's from this really good place, this really legit place. And if you work there, then you've got to know what you're doing. And so my first impression of him, I thought, this good, that I don't know about this. But hey, don't be judgy. Don't be judgy. I was telling myself, don't be judgy. You're just so judgy sometimes. I'm like, I don't know, but he's got alcohol face, that reddish face, like you've been drinking your whole life and you never stopped. Something was off. And so, but he showed up. He seemed fine. He don't have to take cigarette breaks kind of more frequently than, I never even took a break, but he'd have to, okay, that's the only thing. Anyway, so I always felt sketchy, but I was overriding that with everyone else thought he was fine. And he seemed like he was into working there. So the other day, I'm driving around and I see him, and I know that the shift would be Sunday. He should have been, it was 9 or 10 in the morning. And I see him on the street corner on this one road, just talking on his phone, just looking like a nut job. He looked crazy. And I was like, wait, that's that guy. I trained that guy. Why is he not at his shift? There's no way. I know that he should be working right now because I know they don't have a lot of people. And I know it's busy season. So I texted a few people that I worked with. They're like, oh man, the guy. And they told me the story. He was insane. So I'm just saying, that was my first impression. Anyway, they're getting rid of him. So I felt kind of bad about that. But then I'm like, you know what? I cannot care. It's not my problem. It's not my problem. I saw this little supplement the other day and it said ox bile. Okay, I shouldn't even talk about this because it makes me want to throw up. But it's supposed to be good for digestion. I looked it up. I was like, ox bile? It was it was like a thing, ox bile. And I was like, what? That was disgusting, but it helps you with digestion. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to use an ox's bile to help my digestion. It's disgusting. Disgusting. I knew someone that used to eat cow brains as cow brain tacos. That was a thing, no. No thanks. So last time I talked about how I was not wanting to buy as much food. I was like, oh no, I can survive with canned sardines and tuna. I'm good. I'll get some apples, for freshness. Oh no, I can do that. And then a week goes by and I'm like, this isn't working for me. You can't just do this. You're going to get no, I could tell stuff was off in my body. And I was like, okay, vegetables are kind of important. So I no longer am doing that. I'm eating right again. I'm just not even skimping on the diet. No. Because food is medicine, and it was just kind of funny because I was it was a week. I was like, oh no, I can do this. No problem. Easy. I'm never hungry. Summertime, I don't really get that hungry for some reason. It's hot outside. I don't know. But yeah, not skipping the nutrition anymore. I'll get all the money. I'll get all the funds I need without causing a serious health crisis. Anyway. Okay, so I don't know what to say. I want to do my podcast. I want to do all the things in my life, and I'm doing it. Let's see. I don't have any jokes. I just have stories, just commentary on what's going on. I just rejoined my gym, which is amazing. I have to exercise and it's too hot to go running. And also I really don't have the discipline that I wish I had. So when I do have a gym, I just go I'm like, I'm going to go to the gym. Beep, 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 beep. That's what it sounds like when I go to the gym. I go beep, 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 beep. One, please. So I have a question. Have you ever been followed by a cat wearing a bow tie? Just wondering. I have. I had that memory. It was one of those good memories. I remember I was living in Portland and I was walking home, and I was in one of those neighborhoods with like sidewalks, and I was just walking, and I looked behind me and there's this like little white cat, and he's like at least half a block away, and I'm like, oh, and he's got a bow tie on, and so he's following me. So then I just kept walking, and I look over there, look back, and still there. You get closer. Finally, I think I stopped and petted him, and super cute. And then I pet it, and then it started happening all the time, like almost every day. There'd be this little cat following me, but then the owners would switch out the costumes, and sometimes it'd have some like random weird looking, like one time he had like a jester costume on. He had all kinds of stuff. It was really cute. But the best part about it is that he would be following me with these different outfits on. I'd like look back. Oh, there's that cat again. Oh, he had a really friendly, really sweet cat, but that was really funny. Just wondering, did that just happen to me? Things like that just happen to me. It's a tomato tornado. Wouldn't that be crazy if you look out and you're like, it's tomatoes? You know, it could be a tomato tornado if it ended up being a tornado where they were growing tomatoes. Okay, that's silly. I don't have anything else to talk about really, because I'm gonna go. There's a lot going on. The week is packed. The week is packed. It's packed with stuff and sensational things that none of these things go together, and it becomes complete chaos. I can be okay with some chaos sometimes, but sometimes I just want to sit and just chill. Sometimes I do, but this week is one of those weeks where you can't just like chill. I need chill time. I need chill time. Do you need chill time? Mother, Father, please don't make me work so hard. I also need time to watch some YouTube. Papa. You know, I am writing melodies and lyrics for my new band, and it's so fun. I love this. I love writing melodies. I'm like a endless melody. I have melodies all day long. So it's fun, and it's different. It's different than what I'm used to, and yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I will talk to you guys another time, another place. Have a great week. All right. Bye-bye.